Welcome to week 4 of the course. I hope everybody's doing all right. So I'm going to go into a short topic here about being thankful and opportunity. Um, be thankful for opportunity. Okay, so that's the quick topic here about we have a lot of things, but we also have opportunities. Take advantage of them. Don't let them just get wasted. And being thankful for what you have. Every as a college student, especially graduate program. You have something that a lot of people don't ever get to do. So it is something special. You may be overwhelmed with the amount of work you have to put into it, the quality of work you have to put into it. But still, this is like a gift. And if you don't see it that way, you need to kind of reevaluate what you're doing in a program like this and why you're there. And just make sure you understand that you get to earn a degree. You get the opportunity to do this where somebody else doesn't get to do it, and you get to have what you do have. Sometimes we, especially here in the United States, are very materialistic. We have things, and sometimes versus we don't have things. Some of us, because of the benefit of age and different generations, have been in positions where people didn't have everything we have today. So we have maybe a better appreciation for it, maybe. But again, you just got to be thankful for what you have and be thankful for the opportunities you have. All of us have opportunities in our lifetime. We all have stories, and we can feel sorry for ourselves and dwell on things, or move forward, try to fix whatever thing the obstacles are in our way, and work on getting ahead. I use myself as an example. Those of you who don't know my story, I was born in 1956. My parents got divorced at after when I was 6 years old, so that's around 1962. My mother swooped me up and took me to Ireland. So I was over there for 4 years because that's where she was from, and from like 62 to 68, I mean 66, somewhere around there. But it didn't occur to me. When I got there, they had just gotten a power line to the house where it had an electric light. There was no plumbing. There was a fire. A fire for the heat. But that was it. And there was a barrel outside and a drain for like bath water. So and then down the road, about 2 miles down the road, in this picture I got here, the marvels of Google. You can actually Google places. So I was able to Google where I was over in Ireland, and at about 2 miles down the road, there was this water pump. I got kind of an enlarged one here. You can't, but there's a water pump right there. So every day we'd make the trek down to the water pump, about a 2 mile trek with two buckets, fill it up, and then by the time we get back, we'd have two half buckets of water. But still, so that was life for me. But I didn't know any different. I didn't think I was in poverty or anything like that. Um, until when I came back to the States and I was introduced to hamburgers, everything changed for me. So, but still, people in general, I notice this sometimes when there's like disasters and things happening. People think they're hungry because they have to go to a food line, and it doesn't even occur to them that there's a food line to go to. It's just an automatic, like, oh, you're supposed to take care of me type thing. And so I just make that point because it's just about being grateful for what you have, thankful for what you have. Look at things like cell phones. They're not a necessity, even though everybody has them, even though the government gives them to people who can't afford them. But there was a time when you could get by with just a landline. You didn't have to know what was going on all the time, things like that, and you could survive without it. So I just use that as a general item that we have today. But anyway, just be thankful for what you have. Don't complain about what you don't have. All right, you're blessed. You're blessed to have opportunities to be where you are and to do what you're doing. So getting this degree, that's a blessing for you. It's a gift, and you should be 100% into it, not like something extra or like that's a chore for you or something like that. I mean, if you're not appreciating the opportunity you have, you probably shouldn't be pursuing it. So pursue something you want to have. All right. So with that, I will quit there to week 4 of the course here. So got this upcoming week, you have like 3 chapters: investment, bond fundamentals, analysis and valuation of bonds, and then also bond portfolio management strategies. All right, so just to clarify, I realize this is one of the more difficult courses, having to do with stocks, bonds, investments, and things like that. And I know sometimes it's like, why are we even taking this course? And the main reason is you may not realize it now, but if you're getting an MBA, your assumption is you plan on a future where you're going to be either running your own business or you're going to be running a department or a business for somebody else. Something in that range. And all these courses all interrelate where you have to have some sort of knowledge of these things. If whether you're running a business or for yourself. If you have your own business, it may be a business that you structure where you're going to have shares that will be, either given to or sold to or, to somebody. So you have to have an understanding how that works. Depending on the type of company you're working for, I mean, you may be tasked with working on a project because the company's going to go public or something. Years ago, after I got out of the Army and I went working for Domino's Pizza Corporate, and then after a few years, they started going through this big process of going public, and there was a whole lot of stuff that had to happen for that. And some of that stuff was understanding how this stuff works. And, so I got a little education on that just by on-the-job training because, they eventually went public. And so, there's those things. There's all kinds of things that could happen in the future, and that's why you have to have a basic understanding for it. All right, so I'll get out of there. So again, went over the chapters. Upcoming week, again, you've been doing great in discussions. Keep doing that. Your assignments, like the week 4 assignment here is like a chapter review. So in chapter reviews, you just do like a paragraph on each chapter. All right. And then if you're doing papers, like other assignments, like in this course or the other courses, papers, they need to be APA format, like the title page, and then the main body of whatever the topic is, and then the reference page, and the NMPA formats like the headings and so forth. So just make sure we're doing that as you're moving forward here. But otherwise, so you got your discussion, assignment, and quiz. Okay, and then next, week 5, we have our project. So, all right, and then for the game, same thing on the game. Why are we doing the game? It's to give you an understanding. You're not, not to make you experts. This course is not to make you an expert, like in this finance, stocks, and stuff. It's to give you an understanding. Same thing with the game. I just looked at it. All of us that are in there are losing money, and that's okay. The purpose of the game is to learn a little bit about how investments work, and what works or why not you did something based on the material you've learned in the course. So you won't break anything. The only criteria, of course, is you need to be buying and selling, or you don't even have to sell, just buy at least a few times a week. Because you're supposedly you got this $100,000 you're supposed to be investing for a client. So if you're not doing anything with it other than once a week going in and buying something, even if you buy 16, 10, 16, 20 shares on one day, that don't cut it. You have to be doing it every week. So, but anyway, enough of that. Let me see. So we'll get out of here, let you go. Test question. What's the 8-year-old grandkid doing? Where did we go the other day? And with that, I'll let you go. Get out of here, and you have a good week. And get in touch if you got any, need anything. Take care.